Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to give you my review of the reboot of Hellboy. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365. Okay, it's here. Not sure why they would actually do this reboot of Hellboy. Of course, everybody has, been, a lot of fans of the original too, directed by, of course, Guillermo del Toro. Honestly, those are great films, and they have such an artistic style because of, GDT's, behind the camera actions. So I was and I think a lot of fans were very disappointed to hear that they weren't going to do a third film. And, there were reasons there. But it kind of feel like, one side wasn't having one, side of the argument, that kind of thing. So they decided to just go for the reboot. Now, I was not skeptical, but I was kind of curious to hear about David Harbour taking over the role. And they were going to just do a flat reboot. It wasn't going to be a sequel or any kind of continuity to the first two films. So, we have that. There were minor drama behind the scenes, that kind of thing, when they recast the role of, one of the roles in the film. The character, Damio, I believe, was originally played by a white actor, and then, of course, they decided just to get an actual Asian actor because he's Asian in the comics. So Daniel Day Kim plays that role. I'm going to say, let me just give you my impressions overall. I didn't love the film. If I had to say anything, I would say it was a moderate like. The story, believe it or not, was not the weakest link here. I felt that it was actually kind of a strong story. But honestly, what movies like this can do, and it can just pull you right out, is bad CGI. I will say this is probably one of the worst CGI films I've seen in recent memory. It was so bad it kind of took you out. It was almost TV level quality. I've seen TV level quality actually better than this, as far as just the CGI. And also, one of the things that annoy me beyond anything is CGI blood. I don't get it. I don't understand why that's a thing. I understand maybe a little bit about cost, that kind of thing, but CGI blood looks like CGI blood. It just pulls you out in a way. I feel David Harbour himself as Hellboy was a good Hellboy. I didn't mind. He kind of muttered a little bit too much here and there. There were several instances I didn't really understand what he was saying. It could have just been action on the screen or music too loud, that kind of thing. But there were times I felt like he was too under his breath, and you got to kind of emote out there. But I did enjoy his mannerisms. I did enjoy what he brought to the character when I could understand what he was saying. Supporting cast was fine. I didn't have any issues. Mila Jovovich was the Blood Queen, and not bad, honestly. I didn't mind her character. It could have used a little bit more development, a little bit more, it was almost like they were kind of setting her up as like the Magneto of monsters. And I kind of liked what they were doing with that. But I felt that they could have taken it a little bit further. Just a couple weaknesses in the story that just needed to be stretched out a little bit. Yeah, overall, it wasn't a bad film. I don't feel it's deserving of the horrendous Rotten Tomatoes score, but the CGI, kind of bad. I think that was my number one major problem with this movie, especially the back half. A lot going on there. There's an ability one of the characters has that has to utilize CGI, and it's used twice in the film, once around the middle time and once at the end, and it looks bad. But overall, it's a B movie at best. It's it's just something that you want if you're flipping on the cable box and it happens to be on about 2/3 of the way through, you might stop and watch it, that kind of thing. But I think the biggest shame in all this is we're never going to get that completion of Guillermo del Toro's film. And Ron Perlman, I think, is still Hellboy. He's the iconic Hellboy, and I think that's Harbour comes not so close to it, but it's passable. If you've never seen the GDT films, you're not going to know any better. But I think I would just maybe just give this a rent down the line. So overall, I'm going to give this one a 5.5 out of 10. CGI just knocked it down way too many points for me. It was just really bad. Acting overall I felt okay. Story was okay. Could have used a little bit more fleshed out tones to it, but leave in the comments below, are you a fan of Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy, and did you see the new one? Let me know in the comments, and in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.